Hey guys, my name is Poppy and I want to welcome you back to the Censored Pop channel. Today we are going to be doing BT21. It's going to be Cell, the greatest threat to mankind. This is a little bit strange because I thought I am the biggest threat to mankind. However, I've been tinkling around with this deck and I really want to showcase this deck because of how flavorful it is. And you know, for me, I really kind of like it. When you're playing the deck itself, you kind of seem very immersed in it. It's super fun, really. So without further ado, let us go straight into the deck profile explanation. I'm going to break down the mechanics, how to play this deck. It eventually shows you the deck profile. See you guys. Usually to explain the deck, I always use the leader, but this time around we are going to be making an exception. We are going to be talking about this extra card, Gingertown, because if you remember from the anime or from the manga, whichever your preference is, it should be both, by the way. Cell comes out and he shows out in town and he starts absorbing all this earthling and he gets bigger and bigger and more powerful. This is what's gonna happen here. That's why I said that this deck, it's like super flavorful, right? In the early game, we want to play mono green Cell, and when you play mono green Cell, you create all these earthling tokens and you want to absorb all these earthling tokens to become a bigger Cell, and this is how we're going to apply pressure, initial pressure to your opponent. And after that we set up the board for succession, which becomes bigger and bigger. Your Cell becomes more and more powerful, and eventually your leader, it's going to be the Zenkai mechanics is going to apply to your leader, and he is going to become really powerful, and we're going to get to the perfect Cell to end the game at the later stage. So that's why I really like this deck, because it's just so flavorful. You are going to have some fun playing it. Well, the early Cell that we are going to be playing is this small little Cell, right? So we have Cell Birth, Omen, and Cell Chrysalis form. I love these two of them because it's just for one cost. It helps you to search. It is a mono green Cell, so when you are having them early in your hand, when you play all this, you get to draw a card, you get to search for what you need, and it creates the Earthling tokens for you to play for your next step of the game. After you create your Earthling token, we are going to be using these Earthling tokens to evolve your Cell from the Chrysalis form to the more humanoid form, right? So we have two candidates over here. It is going to be Cell Saiyan Absorption and Cell Namekian Absorption. Saiyan Absorption is a little bit more powerful, but how you're going to be playing them is you choose one of your opponent's Earthling token, put it to rest mode, tap one, and you're going to be playing them. 10k, not really though. They actually pack quite a punch. Saiyan Absorption first. When you swing, you choose one of your opponent's Earthling tokens, use it for combo. When you use it for combo, even though it's a 0-0 combo, so no combo power, this card, because of its auto, gains 10k. So it gains 10k until the end of your opponent's turn. So Saiyan Absorption is going to swing at 20, activate main, you choose one of your opponent's battle card, 5 or less, and then you KO it. It's super powerful. Namekian Absorption, when he used one of your opponent's Earthling card to use it for combo, it gains 5k, so it only swings at 15, but once per turn you cannot KO this guy. So the Namekian Absorption, it's a little bit hardy, tenacious, it stays on the board longer. Saiyan Absorption, a little bit more powerful but easier to remove. But both uses Earthling cards to become a little bit more powerful, okay? And if you have 3 or more energy, you are able to play Cell Pursuit of Despair. This card is just a 30k double striker that comes out for 2 energy. It's just crazy right now, the power thing. There is no other restriction except you need to kind of have 3 or more energy. You are able to play it, and you're able to swing 15k for 2 Cell, this Cell Junior token. Additionally, or we can use it for combo. That means this guy can swing at 40k if you want to, right? So if you go swing and your opponent says no, negate, and then your opponent is down to 2 life, go for it. Use that 2 tokens that you create and just combo it. 40k, double striker, why not? We're going to be playing 3 off. One of the limitations for this deck is that we cannot play any extra card with counter. That means all this negate stuff, the blocker negates, we cannot use it. We need to find alternative for them. The deck itself also limits yourself from playing any battle card that's non-androids, so we really need to check our option. The first one is Android 17 Impending Crisis. This card is really good in this deck because when you play this, you get to go to your deck and choose one Android card, green Android card, there's 3 or less, and then you put it into your drop area. And we are going to be combining this 17 and 18. 18 you put it into drop area, because if your board has only cell cards, you're able to tap her, bring her out, because what she can do is that she is a 3 cost that really helps with your succession. We have already talked about successors, so we are going to be taking a look at some cards that we're going to be putting in to take advantage of this mechanics. The first one, arguably, I believe it's the best one in this deck itself. It's going to be Cell Devourer of Masses. This card is just amazing. Successor, for those who are new in this game, that means you can play it at a lower cost. For example, this, instead of paying 6, you are just paying 2. But you have to choose on your deck, on your battlefield itself, 6 energy costs up to 6 for those that are green and yellow. Okay, you just add them up, put it into drop area, tap 2 energy, and then you play this guy. Okay, so when you play this guy, this is an extremely powerful piece removal, because you choose one of your opponent's battle card, ignoring barrier, kill it, and your opponent has to discard a card from their hands. And this card itself, your opponent will have a lot of difficulties removing it, because if they try to remove this card from your battle area by skill or KO it, which is basically everything, you get to draw 3 cards. Good enough. I like it. The other one, Unthinkable, Perfection, one of my favorite cards in this game. I love the artwork. I have like a playset of this one, a playset of the SPR. They're cheap anyway, so but I really like this card. For 4 energy, it's quite high. You get a 30k triple striker. Your opponent has to reveal their hand. You take a look, you have all this information that you need, take 3 battle cards from it, and then you put it into your drop area, into your opponent's drop area. This is just really a very good card, because you are able to take, if your opponent has super combo, choose their super combo, please. Alright, so this is definitely the game ender, and if it's not ending games by then, you should have 5 energy. You can tap 1 energy. Remember the Android 16 Perfection Prey. Now you only have Cell on your board, you're able to play. Now you get the Mystical 12. We are going to be playing Cell, Xeno, Unspeakable, Abomination. When this card comes in, if you have 5 or more energy, it becomes a quadruple strike dual attacker, and your opponent has to choose 3 cards. You choose 3 cards from your opponent's hand at random and put it into your drop area. So your opponent already discard 3 from Unthinkable Perfection. You are going to be taking another 3 and put it into your drop area, and they have to deal with a deflect quadruple strike dual attacker into their face. And it's cheap. We have not even talked about the main mechanics and or gimmick about this deck. Let's talk about it. It is all on this leader, Cell, the greatest threat to mankind. I am the greatest threat to mankind, but not gonna measure size here. Anyways, with this card itself, when you awaken, you play Android 17 and 18 onto your opponent's board. Your opponent cannot do anything with those cards anyways, right? So when you have them, you swing 2 times with this card. Every time you swing, you absorb one of the androids. So you absorb an 18, you absorb an 17, and once you absorb them in, guess what? You are going to become Cell, the perfect Cell. But you are not the perfect Cell yet, right? We know that he's not even in his full power. So, but what happens here is he's going to get beaten down, okay? And when you get 3 or less life, when you get hit, take 1 Android 18 and you put it into your opponent's board. When you put it into your opponent's board, because he vomits out Android 18, he's gonna go back into his second form, about to explode, and now the timer starts. This guy will only stay for 1 turn, but you won't die, because when he goes down to 0, he's gonna explode. When he explodes, when your life becomes 0, instead of dying, it explodes. Clear all of your opponent's battle card, unison card included, and then you're gonna play a perfect Cell. Now that is the real perfect Cell. You get extra 2 life from the top of your deck. Now with this card, when this card comes in, it is 25k for the turn. So even if your opponent has not finished swinging after this, your like the second form exploded, your opponent has to take care of a 25k, which is much more difficult. And then this card is going to swing at 25k, and per battle, you are able to use a Kamehameha with Cell on it. So there are two options here, the full power Kamehameha and Cell of Destruction Kamehameha. You can choose it, every one of them. It's a 15k, one draws your card, one makes your opponent discard a card. Both are equally good, and use whatever you think it's more better for you. However, now then your opponent has to deal with a 20k swing leader at 2 life left. So basically this is like how the whole mechanics works. It's so flavorful because, okay, I'm gonna explain it again. You have Android 17 and 18, you want to absorb them, then you become the perfect cell. Yeah, after the perfect cell, if you take damage 3 or less life, you're gonna vomit out Android 18. Once you vomit out Android 18, you are about to explode. It lasts for 1 turn. At the end of the turn, no matter what happens, you are gonna explode. You're gonna clear your opponent's board, including Unison card. Then your opponent has to deal with the perfect cell. Hey guys, so this is the deck profile itself. No worries if you cannot see it. The whole entire deck list is down in the description below. What do you think about this deck? I would really like to hear from you. And if you have been playing this deck and you play something very, very differently, I would like to hear from you below. Put it down in the comment section, not just to make this whole thing a little bit, make this whole video a little bit more YouTube friendly, but also for people to come and visit this video itself. They can read about other people's opinion other than mine. So if this deck is good, this deck is not good, what are some of the tags that you use that I did not feature it over here, please let me know down in the comment section. Hey guys, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, I appreciate you can give this video a like, subscribe if you want to support me and the channel, follow me on Instagram, I'm very, very active on it. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy playing the Dragon Ball Super card game. I certainly hope you guys are okay. See you guys in the next video, alright? Ciao, bye.